Reunion with Garrett Hedlund. Give it up! All right, everybody, our next guest sails the 7-season style as captain and star of the hit show Below Deck. The reunion airs this coming Monday on Bravo. Here's a look at that.
Was the night of passion worth it?
If this show is just roasting me, like, I'm literally gonna log off.
I think you two were bullies.
Bullies?
I don't really know what people were expecting from me at that point.
Compassion? I thought it was
Do you wish you had let her go earlier?
It's a tough one, Andy.
Eddie, you don't actually think I'm stupid, do you?
Oh, dang. That's awesome. This is a great clip. Let's say hi to Captain Lee Rosbach, everybody. What's up, man? Meet Garrett.
Howdy, howdy.
Garrett, how you doing, buddy?
Quite well.
Oh my gosh, that clip was hilarious. Anytime you ask someone, you don't think I'm that stupid, like no one says anything. It's like not a good sign,
like,
Captain Lee.
Got to think about that one for a bit.
Yeah, this is not a good sign. Well, Captain Lee, fans of Below Deck call you the stud of the sea. Do you like that nickname? Do you wear it with pride?
I find it rather embarrassing, but my wife, Marianne, gets an awful lot of mileage out of that. She just finds that totally irresistible.
I love it.
Never misses an opportunity to poke the bear.
That's a good relationship you have. But what's the most over-the-top thing that you've seen on the boat?
You'd be surprised. They really have, the inhibition level is really, really low. They will just let it out.
Wow.
We had one woman, she was celebrating her 65th birthday. And her and her boyfriend had gone back to the master stateroom. And we hear this hollering. She's hollering for the crew to come in. So I don't know if anything's wrong, but she wants the whole crew. So there's like 6 of us. And we walk in. There she is at 65, naked from the waist up, sitting on her board, straddling her boyfriend's lap. He's a short, little, fat, bald guy. And let's say whipped cream is involved.
Oh.
And she is, yeah, you can use your imagination.
What was the crew?
I don't want to use my imagination. I want to take back that you ever told me that.
What she expected to happen. Yeah, there's some things you can't unsee. That's one of them.
What kind of person?
In my mind forever.
Why?
I'll never look at whipped cream the same.
She will not ruin whipped cream for me, Captain Lee. That is not okay.
Maybe he was calling for help. I don't know. He might have been calling for help.
Oh my God. I'll tell you what, if my naked behind had hurt myself and I'm naked, I would try and fix the issue before calling people in. I'd be like, no, I can still, I'm like, I would cover something. I mean, ain't nobody want to see that. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, so that happens on the boat, but yeah, there's no segue. But I do think though, stuff gets serious as well. And I gotta ask you, in this kind of setting, because when crazy stuff like that happens, and there's so many kind of dynamics at play, what made you feel comfortable enough and want to open up about your son's overdose? Because that's a huge thing, like personally. And I'm just curious, like what made you feel like maybe I should address it and talk about it?
I think because nobody else was. They have this stigma that's attached to drug addiction that they just label addicts with a one paintbrush, and it covers a wide swath. And addiction doesn't know any boundaries. It doesn't know any social class. It doesn't know whether you're broke, whether you have $1 billion, and it doesn't really care. And there's so many people that are dying every day from it. And somebody needs to bring it to the forefront and try to do something about it, which I'm working diligently towards, because it gets nowhere near enough attention that it should. And it's painful to do. But if I don't do it, who's going to do it? And if I don't do it now, when?
And honestly, the reason why I mean, one of the main reasons I think it's so important that you did bring it up is you're right. I actually worked at a pharmacy. I was a pharmacy technician whenever during high school or right after, like before this. And It was the saddest thing in the world to see people come in all the time. This happened all the time. All ages, didn't matter, all different walks of life. They would come in and they would try and refill their prescriptions, and you could see in the computer that they had filled them at like 4 other pharmacies. And I'm like, I can't give you more, OxyContin. I can't refill this again. And the thing is like, it could be as simple as like, I found out one woman had a back injury, and then she just got addicted to it. Like after that, she just got addicted to stuff like that. And it's I think people think, like you said, they do one paintbrush. You think it's one type of person. It happens everywhere in all walks of life. I've literally seen it with my own eyes, and it's the saddest thing ever. To watch people that were nowhere near, on that path, and then one thing kind of happens that domino effects into other things, and I feel like it's an epidemic. I feel like it's a really big deal in our country, and like you said, we need to address it.
It definitely is, and people just have no concept. Until my son passed, I had no idea how many people that it really affected and touched. And people just came out of the woodwork. I mean, tens of thousands of people, and they all have the same story.
Yeah.
And nobody's doing anything about it, and that's the sad part.
I agree with you, and I am so sorry. Like, it's the worst thing ever. There's nothing you can ever say to anybody who's lost a child. I can't imagine it, but I do thank you from the bottom of my heart just for being open enough to share something like that to where maybe it can help some other family not lose their child. That's what I think is the most important thing, A
lot of people live in denial. They don't want to admit that their son is a junkie.
Yeah.
They don't want to admit that their daughter's an addict, and so they'll rationalize. And that can be a deadly game to play.
Absolutely, I agree. Well, everybody, the Below Deck reunion airs this coming Monday on Bravo. Yep, I'm still here, just waiting for you to subscribe. If you don't, I'll be trapped in this box forever.